my God, my microphone works. Last week I had so many new camera. I bought a new. I bought a new camera. I think it's. Oh, thank you. Sean's complimenting me. I guess it's complimenting me. I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty HD, high def. My old one was kind of washed out. But hello, welcome back to my cooking show. Um, yeah, I'm really excited. Last week had some problems. This week, don't plan on having any problems. Say hi if you're in chat. Hi. Not best. It's breaking up a bit. Darn. Okay. All right. We'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, I'm really excited today. I have a really cool guest, a professional food person. Wow. Exciting. Let me just double check that the microphone is the right one. I think this is the wrong mic. Okay, do I sound different? Oh yeah, I definitely sound different, and probably a lot better. Yeah. Is this the right microphone? That is much better. Okay, good. So once again, tech problems to start the show. That's how the professionals do it. But that's okay. We sound good now. All right, so let me jump over.
Forward with
exactly.
You're doing a great job.
Professional improves on their issues, and I have fixed it. So there we go. Sounds much better. Get my guest, Sean Curry, the sandwich enthusiast, published food author, published food blogger. Hi, buddy. How I haven't talked to him in a while, but when I started this show, I'm like, what wonderful friends can I bring on? Well, of course, I've got to ask my most foodie sandwich friend, Sean Curry. Hi, Sean. How are you? Please
Hey.
tell me how about yourself in the food world that you live in.
I'm doing great, man. I'm chilling. For those who don't know me, I'm a fellow TCNJ alumnus with Rudy, and who I and another frequent guest of the show, I assume, James in Chicago, and
Correct.
I'm sure
Correct.
plenty of others.
Yes, I think of
Um,
my 5 guests, 3 of them have been from the College of New Jersey. So,
I'm another lion.
yes.
Um, yeah, and I'm a sandwich guy. I love to eat absolutely anything I can. I thankfully married someone who's even more into food than I am, and we cook and we eat and we try new restaurants, and yeah, we love food. Food's great.
I love it. That's the dream. You're living the dream. Okay, cool. So, because you're the sandwich enthusiast, I wanted to make a variety of sandwiches on stream. So, I have the ingredients to make 4 sandwiches. Yes. And as I cut to my cutting board cam, you can see it's just a mess of bread and cold cuts and other fixins. Let
I
me.
am already wildly impressed that your cutting
Oh,
board has its own camera.
Oh yeah, of course. I've got the stovetop cam too. We're not going to be using stovetop cam too much today, but there's a few things that I'll cook.
Look at you, Rachel Ray.
Oh, I wish. Don't even that Rachel Ray money. But well, I have sandwich questions for you. But let me ask you. You know, we met in college. We ate in college. I asked this to James too. But like, what are your memories of college? Oh, first off, let me start making a sandwich while we're waiting. I can do some prep, and I'll start with one of my personal favorites: prosciutto, mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, a little tomato, and some pesto toasted. Yeah.
Before you
So.
do anything, it
Oh
is
yes.
important to approach a sandwich like that with the proper respect. You got to
Oh.
call it what it actually is. It's prosciutto.
Oh.
It's
All
mozzarella,
right. I don't know. Okay.
and just
I don't know
make it
about this.
as no. You got
I
to
don't
lay
know.
into it as much as possible.
You think so? All right. All right. I've never been that kind of guy. Even though I'm a third generation Italian American. Whenever I watch The
I am zero
Sopranos.
percent Italian.
Oh really? I watch The
Yeah,
Sopranos frequently. Like background noise
to
in
be,
my life. But
I am from North Jersey, so I'm like Italian
yes.
by
Yeah,
assimilation, right?
exactly. Yes. Um, so, all right, we're having a prosciutto mozzarella pesto.
There
I
you
guess
go.
pesto is its own thing. Yeah, I don't have ciabatta, because they didn't have any. But sourdough works just fine. I'm also gonna slice these tomatoes for another sandwich later. But so let me ask you, college food, and particularly our college food.
Thoughts,
Ooh,
memories?
I mean, the first thing I think of when I think of TC&J food from our time there is Hassan and
Oh, that's
Domino's
he's not
slash.
even okay. So he's not this. That's unaffiliated with the college. But please explain who
Yes, of
Hassan
course.
was.
Hassan was a beautiful man. He first worked for Domino's and he had this scheme going. And once his scheme just became so good, he ended up founding his own pizza place called
Yes,
Dominators. His
Dominator.
deal was he was a Domino's delivery guy during the week, but then on party nights at college, he would buy pretty much the entire stock of Domino's
Yeah.
small pizzas, the small like $5 pizzas or whatever. Well, probably less than that because he only sold them for $5.
Yes.
He would buy the entire stock of Domino's pizzas, as many as he could fit in his minivan, and he would drive to parties where he knew people were. He would give his number out to people so they could text like, "Yo, I'm having a party. Come over here." And he would just walk into parties with like 20 small pizzas in
Uh huh.
each hand
Yeah.
and walk in and just sell them to drunk college co-eds for like $5 a pie.
Yeah.
And
Uh.
it
Yeah.
was fantastic. He ended up judging, I think, a fashion competition at TCNJ. He was like a celebrity at TCNJ.
Truly a local
It
hero.
was
I have very
absolutely.
distinct memories of uh yeah being. I think we were when I was a freshman. Somehow we got our hands on some alcohol in college. Ooh. But one we were like, I want $5 pizza guy, and one of my it was snowing out, but one of my freshman floor mates, we went down and we stood out there, and he just like waved his arms around and started screaming, $5 pizza guy, $5 pizza guy, and like Gandalf at Helm's Deep, he
Yep.
came swooping in within minutes, pulled in. He
Yep.
would just like go between, there was a college loop that went between all the different dorm buildings. And if you just stood there long enough and waited patiently, he would show up on a Friday or a Saturday night or Tuesday night, probably too, because that was a big party night at the College of New Jersey.
Yeah, it was.
Wow, Sean, that's a lot of memories flooding back. Thank you for that, Hassan. Yeah, definitely like and he a true entrepreneur. Like living the American dream. He found a very smart niche drunk college kids and he made it work. So, good for him. Good for you, Hassan. I hope he's doing well wherever he is. Um,
So that's the
yeah.
first thing I think of. Outside of that, I definitely think of like the Ratskeller. They
Yes.
had a buffalo chicken sandwich that I could die for. A wrap, I'm sorry. The buffalo chicken wrap was
Oh, the
really
rap.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember a beer I had there. It was like a really it tasted like butter beer, like what I would expect.
Oh.
Like a Harry Potter butter beer to
Yeah,
taste.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like vanilla and butterscotch or something. It's amazing.
Ooh. Well, what about so you moved off campus your
Yeah.
upperclassmen
Junior
years,
and
right?
senior year. Yeah.
Yes. So you didn't. ICOF was the main buffet dining hall.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts or memories of ICOF?
Um, he's selling them for $15 a pie now. Someone in the chat just said he's now
No,
the $15
that's
pizza
that's
guy.
my uncle. He's a
Oh,
stinker.
okay.
Okay, don't trust
Well,
anything that guy
honestly,
says.
Uncle
He's a
Jago,
troll.
you're hating on a local businessman. It's a small business.
For
It's a mom and
real,
pop shop.
Uncle
It's a mom
John.
and pop minivan.
What are you doing?
Um,
Yeah.
anyway, Eichhoff. I remember Eichhoff.
Yes.
I honestly, I lost. I went. I think I took my mom's Weight Watchers manual one semester back to college because I gained the freshman 15 or whatever. In
Sure.
my case, maybe the freshman 30. And I really wanted to lose weight, and I brought it to Eichhoff, and I remember because of Eichhoff and that little manual, I was able to like lose 20 pounds at Eichhoff.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you
I was
can
probably
make
the only
smart
person to lose
decisions.
weight at Eichhoff.
Yes. Hey, Weight Watchers, it's a program that works. It's
Yeah,
been around for a while for a reason.
for a
Follow
reason.
those rules, you'll lose the weight. Okay.
Um, yeah, it was good. I remember. Oh, and they had like a quesadilla, or they had a taco bar.
Yes, I
That was
think I
pretty good
mentioned that
too.
when James was on. Like every afternoon, you can get tacos, you can get quesadillas, you can get burritos. It was very popular and a
Yeah,
very cool. It was Chipotle before Chipotle was a thing, right?
exactly. And did you have Larry?
Oh yeah,
Big
big
Larry?
another celebrity, another campus celebrity. The guy
Yeah.
who would take your card as you went into ICOF. Incredibly charismatic, friendly guy. Everybody loved Larry, Big Larry. I
He
hope
was
he's
the
doing well
ICOF
too.
bouncer, and he was the
Yeah.
best.
Oh yeah, he would also if kids were getting a little too rowdy, I think he would come over. He had a really deep voice, very intimidating if need be, but very friendly as well. Okay, cool. So I'm layering. I've got my pesto down. I put tomato on top. I'm doing fresh mozzarella on the other slice
Ooh,
here,
okay.
showing the camera, and then I'm just gonna toast
Yeah.
this so the mozzarella gets a little melty and it warms up a bit. I'm
Very
not going
nice.
too
Very nice.
heavy on the prosciutto here. Okay, Sean. So first thing I gotta ask. Well, second thing I guess because I just asked you about college, but your last name is food.
It
Your
is.
last name is Curry.
It is.
Whoa, that is pretty exciting to me. I don't know that you are from a cultural background that has curry as one of its main foods.
I mean, I'm Irish in the sense
Okay,
that, the British Isles have a lot of curry in them,
sure.
but it's
Yes.
not exactly a, a cultural. I'm not a cultural native. No.
Yes, yes. But well, let me ask you. Whoa, my earbuds almost popped out. That's a running
Mm.
thing that happens on my show. It's great. Um,
Oh, everyone did it. Okay, everyone, look under your chairs, and if you have a 9,
yeah,
yeah, never mind.
that would happen. There would be a lot of prizes giving out if that was the case. But like when was I feel like when we were kids too, the curry scene wasn't really hitting in America. Like Indian food, Thai food, what have you. Still kind of a newer thing. Maybe you disagree, but when
No,
did like yeah
I honestly didn't really even realize that there was a
yes
food that had my last name for a long time.
yeah that's what
I
I
was
want to
probably
ask.
in
Yeah.
college when I realized that curry was a food on its own. I never really got into it. Obviously, like what you just said, like growing up, like there wasn't like a ton of. I grew up in Bergen County, New Jersey, which
Hmm.
is just like it's Italian, Italian,
Yeah, The
Italian, Italian.
Sopranos.
Yeah.
Like there's a compilation. I lived in North Jersey for 7 years. There's a compilation of all the North Jersey towns set on The Sopranos. And that's
Hmm.
like one of my favorite clips ever because it's like, oh yeah, Garfield, I live there. Oh yeah, that little.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we got it from that little Italian deli in Elmwood Park, and I'm like, oh, I used to live in Elmwood
Yeah.
Park. It is very fun if you're from North Jersey, from Bergen County. But yeah, so
Fun fact: I
oh,
grew up like less than 5 minutes away from where James Gandolfini grew up. His house, my friends from church growing up, they grew up in that house, and there was a tree in the backyard that had been had carved in it James, like his name, James.
so I guess he was just bored on set. Probably didn't have anything to do. Wait, they grew up
No,
in the
like what?
Tony Soprano house.
No, they grew up in James Gandolfini's childhood
Oh, in
house.
James Gandolfini's
Yeah.
house. Oh, okay, okay. Oh,
Yes, like as a
wow.
kid, he carved his name into it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some article from the Star Ledger, the New Jersey Star Ledger, about like it's from like the 70s, and it's about like there was like a housing situation going on there, and they interviewed young people who were doing different things regarding like housing, and he's interviewed as Jim Gandolfini, and he talks about how he like jumps
Yeah.
from apartment to apartments because it's more uh, like lucrative or better for him as a young struggling actor. I just remember reading that too. He's just a normal, cool guy, like really down to earth. Oh, I don't. It makes me sad to even think about it because I lost a true, amazing actor at a very young age. Ugh. Killing Him Softly. If you've seen Killing Him Softly, he's really good in that movie.
I don't
Uh,
know.
yeah, Brad Pitt too. He's good. But so curry, first time. What are your thoughts on curry these days? What curries
I
have you
love it.
had? Yeah.
To be honest, the most experience I've had with curry has been through like meal kit boxes we get delivered.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's been big
Every
for
now and
curry.
then, we'll pick a curry, and honestly, I love it. The ones I think I have most of the time are chicken and cauliflower.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we do we try to keep it vegetarian. Sometimes we
Mm,
don't. We get the chicken.
mm.
I love it. It's great. A little yellow rice.
Sure.
plenty of spice. Yeah.
When you eat it, are you like, this is extra special because this is my food?
I mean, it still tastes the way curry tastes to you.
Yeah, yeah, I guess,
It's
yeah.
good. It's very good.
Yeah,
I enjoy it a lot, and I love cooking it. But yeah, yeah. I don't know. I never like grew up with like, oh, my name's a food,
yeah.
because I didn't really know it was until I was well into adulthood.
That would be me every single day. My name's a food. Nice to meet you. My last name is a food. Okay, so I'm gonna start making my second sandwich while that continues toasting. And
What's our second sandwich?
our second sandwich is gonna be a classic, like bodega, New York, New Jersey. It's gonna be, and I'm not trying to start a fight here.
I will.
Pork roll, egg and cheese on a Kaiser roll.
It's not
Um,
pork roll. It's
okay,
Taylor ham, and I
okay.
welcome your hatred in the comments. Let's go.
Okay, so here's what I have to say about that. My brother and I grew up in Central Jersey. It was like on the border of Central North Jersey. And our local bagel place had pork roll or Taylor ham on a bagel. Like, it is not a thing I care about, truly. Like, I have no dog in this fight. There are many other New Jersey things that I would love to argue about, but what you call this cured pork product, that does not matter to me.
The
I
funny
see
thing
my
about it
yeah.
is, I'm so passionate about making sure it's called Taylor ham, and I'll fight anybody on it. But honestly, when I get a breakfast sandwich, it's bacon every time.
Oh, it's oh
Barely
really? You're
ever
not
get it.
even
Yeah.
you're not even a true. Oh, okay. Oh, that's my mom also, by the way. Delaware 235. We're from New Jersey, but they recently moved to Delaware and decided to make that a major part of their identity. Okay, cool. So, oh well, let me ask you this. Do you know what? So I've got my Taylor ham here. If
Mhm.
you just saute
Don't
Taylor
don't don't
ham,
pull it out. Don't do that just for me. You call it pork roll. You can call it
all
pork
right,
roll.
fine.
I'm just gonna tell you you're wrong.
The box says pork roll, so that's why I'm in South Jersey now.
That's
I'm like
crazy. The
right
box is
outside
also
Philadelphia.
wrong. That's wild.
Box is
That's totally
wrong.
wild.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no words. It just says what it is. 100 calories, 115 calories per slice. Wow, that's a lot.
If you're on a
But
diet, don't go for pork. Don't go
if
for
yeah, for
Taylor
real,
ham.
yeah. If I was gonna throw this right into my saute pan, it will curl up. Yeah.
Hmm.
You've gotta do the special move, which is to make the
Little pie graph.
slices. Yes, exactly. You gotta make this. Oh no, I've gone too far. I
Oh,
accidentally cut. I accidentally cut it. Oh well.
now you just
Um,
have like a removed pie graph.
exactly.
Yeah,
Wow, what a fool I am. But
you'll be fine.
I'm gonna throw this onto the stove cam. Oh no, cutting board cam. You're off center. Oh wait, there we go. It looks like a $5 pizza. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw this in here just to saute it up. Oh. And this is kind of taking a while for some reason. Okay, so that's going. I'm gonna crack some eggs. Let me ask you another question. Let me bring up my list of questions. Sean,
Do it.
let's talk about you, sandwich professional. So
Yeah,
you had a food blog dedicated to sandwiches, and you still
I
post on
do.
it occasionally for special occasions.
Special
Um,
occasions when I feel motivated.
yeah. It's called the Sandwich Enthusiast. It's still there.
Yep.
Super well laid out. Super like
Thanks.
clean layout. Yeah. Did you do that, or did you? Is that just like
I
some
did that. Yeah.
plug-in, or yeah, you did that? It
Well,
looks great. Yeah.
Squarespace, but yeah.
Really professional, like featured articles as you go down. Some of the best, your faves. Uh, so tell me how you decided to start that, and tell me how you continued writing about one specific. I mean, sandwich. You do a lot with sandwiches, but how are you able to
Yep.
like keep it fresh? You know what I mean?
So I started it because I've been fired from a previous job back in like 2013. And while I was looking for a job, I was home all the time and I was trying to eat cheap. So I just was eating sandwiches. And I've always loved making sandwiches. Like growing up, my parents, obviously, we didn't have lots of Indian food around or anything like that. Like we didn't have curry. but we would honestly we barely ate out at all. We cooked a lot, and so we always had leftovers. So uh, making sandwiches out of leftovers was something like it wasn't even like a big deal. It was just we did it all the time. So I always loved making big stacked sandwiches, and while I was so that was like my childhood, and that was between gigs, and I was looking for gigs. I was home all the time. I was making sandwiches, and I just started taking pictures of them and posting them to Facebook as the sandwich enthusiast, just to be, silly or whatever. And people really liked them, but a couple friends were like, "Hey, man, like these are great, but like I don't need to see pictures of your lunch every single day. You're posting a lot." So I made like a Facebook page for it just to kind of separate it, just to like not annoy people. And then I made a Tumblr for it, and then it blew up on Tumblr actually initially, and that's why I made an Instagram and a website and everything. I just kind of built it from there. And yeah, I think at its peak we had like 25,000 people across all the platforms from like mostly around New Jersey and New York. Plenty of other people from the United States. We had someone in the Philippines, like a deli in the Philippines, kept sending me
Oh,
stuff like to feature their post, feature on my blog and on the Instagram. People in Europe and like France and stuff. Yeah, it was really fun. It continues to be fun. Every year, I still post for Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day in January, so that'll be coming up. I'll pick another deli somewhere in New Jersey, and I'll go eat there and get a pastrami sandwich. Um, and yeah, so how do I keep like writing? How do I keep something about
yes.
sandwiches fresh? This is where my idea of the sandwich spectrum comes in.
Please enlighten
Everything
us.
is a
Yes.
sandwich. Everyone gets
Everything is a
worked up about
sandwich.
everything is a sandwich. It's not a question of whether a thing is or isn't a sandwich. It's a question of how much of a sandwich it is. And on a scale from 0 to 10, everything is some degree of sandwichness. So to me, like a turkey club is like the platonic ideal of a sandwich, maybe like a turkey BLT. To me, that's like the platonic ideal of a sandwich. That is the perfect, that's the most sandwich.
Okay.
Under that, you might have like just like a grilled cheese. A grilled cheese is a little bit less than a turkey BLT, but still certainly a sandwich. You can't say that's not a sandwich. So maybe like if a turkey BLT, honestly, out of 0 to 10, I call like a turkey BLT like an 11 out of 10. It's just the most sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
A grilled cheese might be like a 9 out of 10, you know? You go down a little further, maybe an 8 out of 10 is like an open faced tuna melt, just one piece of bread with stuff on top that you melt it, something like that. Maybe that's like a 6 out of 10. Get to 5 out of 10, maybe you're talking about hot dogs.
Oh my
Get to a
goodness.
3 out of 10, now maybe you're talking about pizzas, because maybe what is a pizza if not an
A
open faced tomato
pizza.
sandwich? A pizza.
Wow.
Pizza is a sandwich.
Pizza's a
I go even crazier
sandwich.
than that, man. 2 out of 10, that's like a dumpling.
Dumpling is a
Like
sandwich. Okay, it's
a
wrapped. My
dumpling's a
friend
sandwich, a
today,
pierogi's a sandwich.
my friend Eric showed me this like cube thing. I wish I
Mm.
had the link on me. I don't. Are you
The
familiar with
cube
this
rule of
cube?
sandwiches.
Okay, you know about the cube rule already. He said, be sure to ask
Uh,
Sean about the
yeah,
cube rule. So I'm glad you're already familiar. Basically, anything wrapped in doughy carbs is some sort of sandwich. It's like
yeah,
a broader version of your uh, theory,
yeah.
philosophy,
My
approach to
bedrock
life. Yeah.
part of my identity. No,
Yes, exactly.
yeah, I don't know. My theory. Let's call it a theory.
Okay, yeah. That's the but this is
Framework.
the kind of discourse I would expect from the sandwich enthusiast. So I'm glad
So
you're
like
here to enlighten us all.
someone
Uh,
asked if what is a hot dog on the scale. To me, it's around a 5.
a
It's not
5?
because it's like
Okay.
middle of the road. It's just like that just feels right to me. It should be wherever honestly a taco is.
Oh, okay. That makes
A
sense. Yeah,
taco is
taco.
also a sandwich.
I got a cross section going on here. Showing it
Oh,
to the
very
camera.
nice.
This is
Very
my
nice.
prosciutto. This is both of them sliced in half. Yeah, you can see the colors. You got
Mm.
the red prosciutto, the white cheese, the green pesto. True Italian, or
Tommy
red
DeVito
tomato,
would
I
be
should say.
proud.
Yeah.
Current
Let me take a
Jones correct.
bite. And then Alex, I know you're upstairs. My brother lives with me. If you want to come down and eat a sandwich.
Oh, is that Yo Alex?
Yeah, that's my brother. Basically, the chat is my family,
Nice.
keeping in touch with me.
What's
that's
up,
what a cool guy.
Bassos?
Yeah, that's a cool guy, right? He's got his family here to watch him. I love that. That's such a great, delicious sandwich. It's so perfect.
Mm.
All right, my Taylor ham has now broken into another piece. I was my I don't know what's wrong with me. I was
You have
too.
more pieces of Taylor ham than
I
me.
do.
There's
I
like
have
a
more. The my knife work was a little too assertive, I guess. But that's almost done. In the meantime, I got this butter today from the store, and it is Kerrygold garlic and herb butter. I don't
Ooh,
know. Yeah, I'm a big Kerrygold
ooh.
fan. I didn't know
Yeah, big time.
this is new, but I think I'm gonna maybe make my eggs in this to give it a little more oomph.
Nice. During
Ooh.
warmer months, we like to do a what is that called when you mix you melt some butter and you cook in some like garlic and some herbs in it. That's
Like a
uh,
compound butter.
a compound butter.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
We do a
With
compound
steaks.
butter of garlic and no, not really, parsley, and we
Oh, nice.
get real good. And then we do grilled oysters.
Oh my
You shuck
goodness.
oysters, you detach them from the shell, but you leave them in the shell with as
Sure.
much of the juice as you can save, and you lay them all out on the grill, and you you maybe I do like a dozen oysters at once, let's say. Put them out on the grill. They're on long enough for me to put a spoonful of the butter melted
Mm-hmm.
already in each
Mm-hmm.
one of them, and then take each one of them off. And that's as
Wow.
long as they're on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they cook too much, and then you
Sure.
soak those up. It's oh my god, it's
That
great.
sounds
So
incredible.
Kerrygold
Yeah.
reminds me of that butter.
High quality butter. Yeah. I'm gonna do two. So when you get this sandwich, if you ever get this sandwich at a bodega or a deli or whatever, is it like 2 eggs, 2 pieces of cheese? Like, what has your experience been with the Taylor ham, egg and cheese on a Kaiser roll or on a bagel?
I've had places that do 2 eggs. I've had places that do 1 egg, and honestly, the 1 egg just is not enough to stand up to the Kaiser
Okay.
roll or
Yeah.
especially a bagel.
So unfortunately, I'm on my last piece of Taylor ham, so I can only do one slice. But I think that's okay because it is so salty that I don't
Yeah,
think you
I don't think
need
you need
to.
to necessarily go
Yes.
heavy on the meat.
Yeah.
It's more like the body of the egg. Like if you
Yeah.
don't have enough egg to stand up to it, then it's just kind of lost in the dough.
The egg is the star of the sandwich still at the end of the
Yeah.
day. So let's get this going. Let me ask you another question about sandwiches, Sean. My father wants to know, what are your thoughts on bologna?
Love it. My wife is probably a bigger fan, but that's because there's literally no one on planet Earth who's a bigger fan of bologna than my wife.
Now, let me ask you, mortadella is having a resurgence right now. It's having a renaissance, I would say, on the internet. I don't know if you were aware, but
I was
it was
not
like
aware. Thank you for
it
bringing this
was
to my
like
attention.
mortadella summer over the last year. Yeah. What are your thoughts on mortadella versus other cured Italian meats? Because I gotta be honest, it's pretty low tier for me. Like, it's okay, but I want other stuff on my. I
Mortadella
want the
is great.
gabagool. Okay.
Mortadella is great. But I mean, it's bologna in a suit and tie. It's it's
Yes.
more like it's a hot
Yeah.
dog with superior airs. It's great. I have nothing against it. I'm sure it's good. Uh, I honestly I haven't messed around with mortadella as much as I have with like salami or prosciutto or something like that.
Yeah. I just
Sorry,
realized
prosciutto,
I have the makings for an
salami.
Italian, and I didn't get mortadella. And growing up, whenever my mother would make like a big Italian sub, mortadella was always in there. So I think
Yeah,
I have failed my family in that regard.
sorry. I'm
Um,
sure the chat is absolutely brokenhearted.
do you put like? I think I might put a little ketchup on eggs. I don't know how you feel about that.
I have really 180 on ketchup honestly, like the past decade. Not
Oh.
a fan. Yeah,
Oh.
French fries, yes, absolutely. But most ketchups are just so sugary and they almost immediately give me heartburn,
Oh. Okay.
especially with
See,
eggs. So,
I don't like ketchup on French fries.
Really?
I think I'm at the point in my life where maybe eggs is the only thing I put ketchup on.
Huh.
Yeah, no burger, no French fry, I guess just eggs. I just want that sweet acidic kick. And I'm not going to go too heavy here as I'm spreading it on the Kaiser bun. Just a little.
I like if I'm putting some kind of red sauce in my eggs, it's hot sauce every time.
Oh, hot sauce. So let's
Yeah.
talk hot sauce. Because
All right.
you turned me on to a company that makes a really great hot sauce and a really great hot
Tulsi.
mustard. Yeah, Lord Tulsi, who I think they're still in business. I'm not
As
sure.
far as I know, yeah.
Yeah,
I just
they're
looked them up earlier today when I saw that you said that.
yeah,
And it sounds like their website's down, unfortunately.
yeah.
So I don't know if they're up.
Small business, it's always hard. So I hope you're still out there, Lord Tulsi. But what do you look for in a hot sauce? What's your heat maximum? What do you
So
want?
I will go as hot as a hot sauce is willing to go. It's not about the heat; it's about the
Sure.
flavor. My
Yes.
thing with hot sauces is if you're prioritizing heat over flavor,
Yeah.
then this isn't about food. This is
Yes.
about
It's
something else for
about
you, and I don't want to deal with
yeah. It's about I don't even know how to put. Like I did the one chip challenge last year.
it.
It tasted like dirt. It tasted awful. It wasn't about the flavor. It was about the pain threshold or something. First of all,
Yeah.
never do the one chip challenge.
What is the one chip challenge?
So they send you one. I think I have a couple. Hold on, I'll bring it on camera here. It's from this company called Pocky. They're like a tortilla chip company. They make a couple different kinds of tortilla chips. But it comes in, I'm showing it up to the camera. It comes in a little coffin. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just one tortilla chip
Oh my god!
in its own little.
And it's just crazy spicy.
Yeah, it's just insanely spicy. Like I said, it's not about food. It's
Like
like
the
a
bag of
challenge. It's like a TikTok food.
Yeah. Well, algorithms are great at making delicious food.
Yeah, here's Pocky. It's one chip.
Good lord, that's
Yeah.
just.
It's
I respect the hustle on their part.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
I'd ever
mean-
go for that.
yeah. Doritos, they've got it pretty much cornered, so they had to come up with something to make
Yeah, fair.
to make their mark, and they came up with this. Okay, so 1 or 2 slices of cheese. How about that?
Definitely two.
Definitely
When
2.
in doubt, add more cheese.
Oh, I like it.
Are you doing American or cheddar?
So I'm just doing American. I don't know. What are your thoughts there?
The classic PEC is definitely American, but
Yeah, I
personally, I
think
prefer
so.
cheddar.
Yeah. Oh, and look, my eggs got like little herbs on it too because of
Oh,
that butter.
God,
Very
that
fun.
is
Come on.
those are two sexy eggs right there. Those are two
Yeah,
good looking.
I'm just gonna pour that excess butter right on top.
Get that grease on there.
Yeah. Oh, almost chopped my earbud again. I really need to buy new earbuds. There's some sort of like thing that makes it fit better in my ear because it's driving me crazy. Okay, let me switch over cameras again to the cutting board cam wide. Boom. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then classic New Jersey, New York favorite. So do you like when an egg, like the yolk oozes out all over and spills all over you, or do you find that annoying? What's your ideal egg
It depends on the
cookage?
context.
Okay.
Uh, it depends on the context. Like
Yeah.
if it's a egg sandwich and I'm sitting with a plate, yeah, absolutely. Give me a little juice, no problem.
Give me the
If
ooze.
but most of the time when I get an egg sandwich because I'm on the go, and I
Mm.
can't deal with the mess personally.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. If you're on the go, I don't have time. I don't have time for that. I'm a big
Yeah.
over medium fan for
Mm.
all eggs, honestly.
Honestly, I think when I get a sandwich like this, at least when I prepare a sandwich like this for myself, I usually do scrambled.
Oh,
My
really?
actually, I had a local bakery that did unbelievable breakfast sandwiches, but they just closed.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah, so I got to find a new
that's very
breakfast
disappointing.
sandwich spot.
Got another cross
Or put a
section
hash
done.
brown on the sandwich.
Cross section.
Oh, looks great.
Yeah, I think it filled out nicely. I'll take a bite. Ow.
How are you related to Lovely Lex 3?
It's my brother's girlfriend.
What's up,
She's
Alex's
upstairs.
girlfriend?
Yeah. Another sandwich for you. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, man, that's really good. Sean, I understand why you make sandwiches part of your identity. They're incredible. Okay?
Absolutely bedrock.
They're so good. There's nothing wrong with sandwiches. Okay. So now I'm going to do another one that, this one is, so there used to be a sandwich shop, speaking of sandwich shops that have closed down, in our hometown called Superhero Subs.
What
Fun
is
name.
your hometown?
I'm from North Plainfield, New Jersey,
Oh, okay, yeah.
which is north of Plainfield, which is a much bigger town. Boo South Plainfield, but
Blue South Plainfield.
yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
It is.
100%.
All right, good. I like this take. It has closed down. It closed down a while ago, and they had a lot of really fun sandwiches that I liked a lot. Also, one time my brother and I went in there, and the owner was like openly insulting the other staff members. Like it was so wild. It was the owner or maybe the manager, but she was like in front of customers telling someone that they're bad at their job, and it was so weird and so like inappropriate, and it gave me such a bad vibe. I don't know. Told me about the people who ran Superhero Subs, but yeah, but they had a lot of subs, and they had this, or just sandwiches in general. It wasn't all subs. I need a Delaware 235 in chat to stop criticizing everything in terms of the tech. The tech is
You
what
mean
it is.
your executive producer who's like in
Yeah,
the control room
exactly.
right now?
Yeah. Come here and help out instead of just telling me you can't see things really well. I got the wide shot for the cutting board, all right? You can see
Delaware
everything.
235. Can you get camera 2 on the headphones and tell
Yeah,
them
you're working the
mess their
board,
shot?
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But this sandwich was, and they used boar's head too for all of their meats, which I don't know.
Great.
What are your cold cut thoughts? Do you have a cold cut take?
When it comes to brands, I do. I'm a big boar's head guy.
Yeah.
Delaware 235 is offering to host your show in her kitchen.
I would have to drive to Delaware to do that and bring all of my equipment. So
Well, is that so bad, Rudy, to go visit your mother?
all right,
honestly?
Sean. All right. I see her plenty.
When it comes to cold cuts brands, boar's head's it. To be honest, I pitched boar's head a few times to be like, hey, what's up? I've got an Instagram here.
Sponsor me?
You could
Yeah.
sponsor me and just
Pay me in chicken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the dream. Yeah. Boar's Head
Didn't work
sponsorship.
out. But yeah, boar's head is great.
Yeah, it's kind of wild that like they've really carved out a name for themselves as the high quality cold cut brands, right? I can't think of when you go to the deli counter, there's like every grocery store has their
Bear's
own.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's like the ShopRite brand, I feel like, right? We're from New Jersey. ShopRites are everywhere. Yeah, I think Black Bear might be ShopRite specifically. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah, Black Bear is another one that's, I think, higher tier, but I think Boar's Head wins it all. I mean, they've got national branding, national commercials. But anyway, this sandwich.
Compromise elsewhere.
This sandwich. It was like a boatload of mayo and pepper jack cheese.
As all the best sandwiches start.
Yes, but I'm not going to use mayo. I'm going to use this maple bacon aioli from Stonewall. Which, Sean, I think you called this like the best condiment of 2016 or something like that. I don't know if you remember. You made a face, but the reason I have this is because Sean Curry, the sandwich enthusiast, posted
Stonewall
about how
Kitchen does make some good condiments.
they do. So I have another one that's like jalapeno cheddar, and that one's okay. But this is, you go out of your way to buy this on Amazon or directly from Stonewall, because if you can't find it near you, you want it. It's so good. It truly makes every sandwich better. So I'm just gonna slather, and these flavors should go perfectly with chicken and pepper jack, especially the bacon. I'm slathering here. We're going heavy on the aioli for this one.
Slather away, baby.
Thank you. What are your other condiment? Like, what do you have in your fridge right now? What do you break out for special occasions? What are your go-to condiments for sandwiches?
I somehow have too many mustards in my fridge. Like when I was
Yeah.
posting for the Sandwich Enthusiast a lot more often, I got really into mustards. And like, if we went, hey, we found this cool town 2 hours away, and we're gonna go there and walk around the shops, and they have a cool downtown. I would find the gourmet store, and I would buy like a ton of mustards. And like there was like probably a 12-month period where the mustards I had genuinely took up the entire refrigerator door. I had way too many mustards.
That's so
And
funny.
for a while, my now wife Kelly, girlfriend at the time, straight up told me, "You are not allowed to buy any more mustard until you at least clear one of these shelves of mustards," which was fair.
Yeah. I mean, there's
I
so
made
many.
mustard for a
Yeah.
while too, which didn't hurt.
Is
Which
there a
didn't help.
particular brand that works for you, like, or
Grey
one that
Poupon
stands out?
Dijon. It's the
Oh, Grey
classic.
Poupon.
It's the
Dude,
classic for a reason. It's the best. It's
that
just the best.
commercial is so funny. That commercial is so funny, and the joke in Wayne's World where they make fun of that commercial is just the best. I
Yeah.
think that is so funny. I'm a big fan of this. Um, Ingelhofer. I don't know if you've
Oh
seen
yeah.
this brand. They come in this little kind
I
of tubby container. This is
I've
a
had their wasabi
Yes,
mustard.
this is like a wasabi mustard, a horseradish mustard. But they do a bunch that are
I
really
usually stick
nice.
with their horseradish mustard.
They do. I have a tartar sauce too from them. They do a bunch of
Ooh.
different condiments that are really good. Yeah, with lemon and capers. They got all the stars of the tartar sauce world on there.
Ingelhofer, if you're looking for a Twitch streamer, you got it.
Ingelhofer, sponsor me. I'll find
Where
something
are
to do with
you?
mustards. Yeah. And also the other thing about the sandwiches, I remember they all their sandwiches were really piled high with meat. Like that's something that
Mm.
I feel like has gone away in modern times. Where in our youths, Sean, you would go to your local deli, you would get a
that
sandwich.
much, that much meat, that much cheese, and that much
Yes, it
vegetable.
would be it would be the width of the bread, the amount of meat
Yeah.
you'd have. It would be like yeah, but Subway, Alex claims it's Subway's fault. I think you're right. I think that might be fair. I think Subway might be to blame for that. I'm going really heavy on the chicken on this one. And then I love pepper jack cheese, so I think I'm gonna do 2 or 3 slices, and then a little tomato. Yeah, I could zoom in here. Can we zoom it in? I think we're gonna do that. All right, Delaware 235, you win. Doing a little tech midstream. Sorry. Oh
Look at
God.
this pro. Look at this pro handling technical adjustments on the fly while on
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Delaware 235. I hope you're proud.
I hope
I
you're
really
proud,
do.
Mom.
You've made a great TV host and
Yeah.
cook at the same
She
time.
taught me all I know, definitely. She doesn't have trouble working her new phone or anything. Okay, that's zoomed in a little bit better, so you can see things a little bit more clearly.
Yeah, this is great.
And then a little tomato. Oh no, cheese. Cheese. How about
Yeah,
cheeses?
cheeses
What
first. Cheddar, like I said, Gouda if
cheddar?
I'm feeling like
Feeling
cheddar isn't
spicy?
cheddary enough.
Gotcha.
But honestly, like I will go with any kind of cheese. For
Yeah.
a sandwich, I need a hard cheese, with some rare exceptions. I don't necessarily do soft cheeses on sandwiches.
Yeah.
Swiss, most of the great is that Swiss there?
No, this is pepper jack actually.
Ooh, okay.
So a tiny bit
Oh, I
of
see it.
heat. Yeah, you can kind of see
The
it's getting
flex.
washed
I
out a
thought
little
they
bit.
were.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Ooh.
Yeah, but again, the thing with cheese is it's great, always in favor of more cheese, but you can't let the cheese become the focus of the sandwich.
Very
The
true.
cheese is a supporting player.
Cheese is
Toppings
drummer.
the toppings are the cheese is in terms of a band. The protein is the lead singer.
Yeah.
The cheese is the guitar
Base?
soloist. Yeah,
Really?
it's absolutely. The condiments are the base, mostly because mayonnaise just feels like base to me.
Okay,
And
sure.
I
I
put
accept that.
mayonnaise on almost every single sandwich. A breakfast sandwich won't put mayonnaise on, but mayonnaise goes on almost everything. And the toppings are like the drum. Here's what it is. It's not that mayonnaise is the base and toppings are the drums. It's that the toppings and the condiments are the rhythm section
Oh,
together.
okay.
They're two separate parts, but they form a whole together.
Got it. I like this. I like this analogy. I think
And
it
then the bread
works.
is like the manager. I don't know.
The manager, yeah, watching
bread
from the
is the
sidelines,
stage.
just nodding.
The bread is the AV support. Is the
Okay,
sound
bread
system.
is tech. Bread is tech.
Yeah, bread is
Yes,
tech. Yeah,
that makes sense. We'll get into more cross section. Big boy sando.
fabulous,
This is I
fabulous.
forget. This is like called a snowflake roll or something. It's got a bunch of the flour on top, which I think
Yeah,
is just like an
disgusting.
aesthetic thing. But I'm gonna take a big bite here. Oh, oh my god.
So we got pepper jack. Did you say it was cold cut chicken,
Cold cut chicken. They're
lettuce, tomato?
ever roast chicken specifically, which is the best cold cut chicken on the market.
I saw was that shredded lettuce, some sliced tomato.
Exactly.
What condiments you got on there?
I just did that aioli. I skipped the mayo entirely. I
Mm.
decided just to go with the maple bacon aioli.
Well,
And
aioli
it is,
it's a
yeah,
mayonnaise with airs.
yeah, exactly. It's mayonnaise in a
Yeah,
suit, as you put it, with
mayonnaise
mortadella.
in a soup. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So that's 3 of my 4 sandwiches. Now I'm going to get into the main event here.
I'm very excited for this one. Talk
Okay.
about this
Yes. So I guess about a year ago, I think at this point it's kind of run its course, but this one specific sandwich was really taking off on social media. Um, and it's an Italian chopped sandwich. Okay. So
one.
you
Okay.
take all of the ingredients. I've got pepperoncini here. I'm just kind of taking the stem off them. You take all the ingredients of a classic Italian sub. Oh, by the way, sub, right? Hoagie is weird and don't call it a hoagie, right?
Honestly, I have put all of my chips into fighting the Taylor ham pork roll battle,
Really? So
and
this is
hoagie sub. I just don't care.
wow. That's surprised. I'm on
I'll call
team
them both.
sub, very much so. I will fight the hoagie folk to the
Before I
death.
realized that it was a sub hoagie divide,
Yes.
long before that, I would go down to Ocean City, New Jersey, to visit my aunt's. Uh, my aunt was my mom's sister, her husband's family in Ocean City, and I would go down and we'd spend a week down at the shore with them when they would be out and everything, and they all called it hoagies. So honestly, I
Interesting.
almost learned hoagie before I learned sub, and I am
Ah,
literally the last exit north on the
I was
parkway.
gonna say
That's how north I am.
some son of New Jersey, North Jersey, you are to
I
not
know.
care about what do you call the frozen iced treat that is flavored with syrups?
Italian ice.
Thank you. Okay, if you were to say water ice, the show would be over right now, right, Sean? Okay.
I don't call it water ice.
Yes. So this you put everything just on a cutting board. So I've got pepper ham here, which I think is nice, and I don't think that's a traditional Italian sub, but I think is quite nice in an Italian sub. I'm gonna throw some prosciutto. I don't have mortadella. I can't believe I forgot mortadella, but that's always been a part of
You have a hot
Italian
dog?
subs for me. Do I
Slice
have
up a hot dog real
a
thin.
slice of a hot dog? Yeah, basically the same thing. Yeah, some prosciutto. Gotta have the salami. You're doing an Italian sub. You gotta have salami.
Salam.
So
I don't even know if that's like the Jersey way to pronounce it.
I
I'm
don't
just
think so. I think everybody
cutting
just
out
says salami.
consonants or
Yes,
cutting out syllables.
that's called being committed to the bit, Sean,
Exactly.
and we love it. It's just a mess of like, what color is this? Like a light tannish red. Yum
A
yum.
tan red. It's definitely a tan red.
A tan red. I like a little pepperoni. I like a little heat in my Italian sub. If they've got the hot Italian, I'm always picking that. So
They do. Is pepperoni your spicy meat for you?
pepper. What do you mean by spicy meat?
When I go for like a spicy meat, I go for like is sopressata. Am I thinking that wrong?
Yeah, hot capicola or hot sopressata. I think both of those come in sweet and hot
Yeah.
versions. But yeah, I
I like
definitely prefer
capicola. Yeah.
those. Pepperoni.
Gabagool.
I mean, pepperoni is mostly for pizza, in my opinion. I don't really love it on a sandwich, but in this case, I'm making an
Agreed.
exception.
On an Italian sub, it's absolutely appropriate.
Yeah,
Absolutely appropriate.
yeah, I think so. But I'm not eating like a pepperoni sandwich. That doesn't sound appealing to me. All right, so I got all my meats, and then for cheese, I'm doing provolone. I think provolone is the Italian
If you're
sub
doing an
sandwich.
Italian sub, there is no other cheese.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Let's
Cheddar is
do.
still my favorite cheese, but like if I'm doing Italian sub, I'm not
Yeah.
putting cheddar on that. I
So
don't hate myself.
let me ask you, mayonnaise on an Italian sub? Yes or no?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Absolutely not. It would be delicious.
Yeah,
Would
it
be
would add
delicious.
some nice fat, but
But
that
like
doesn't go
myself,
there.
and I respect the concept of the Italian sub too much. I can't do
And then we're just pouring a pile of lettuce on top.
that.
So this is the pre-shredded. Alex, I'm using your pre-shredded lettuce. I hope you don't mind.
Sorry, Alex.
Sorry, Alex. This is for the greater good.
Gonna have to run to Aldi's tomorrow.
And oh yeah, that is from Aldi. Good eye, Sean.
I guessed.
Red wine vinegar or in white wine vinegar. You're even gonna put the oil and stuff on, oil and vinegar on too. And I think I've got the Italian herbs. Yeah, just everything, everybody in the pool kind of a deal.
You got some red onion?
I don't.
I don't know if red onion's required in an Italian sub.
Yeah, I don't know if that's traditional. It's certainly nice, and it gives it some nice crunch and some tang. But I didn't, and I don't feel too bad about not having it. That was a lot of olive oil. Okay, and then I've got a little, yeah, a little red. The juice. Let's talk Jersey Mike's. I think a proud and good representative of our beloved state. Really gone nationwide, and I think is winning the sandwich wars.
If
they
their
do
competitors
exist.
are like Subway and Firehouse subs, then
Yeah.
yes, I would definitely back Jersey Mike's.
Yeah. I don't know. Primo Hoagies is another one that's pretty good, but I don't think they're quite as far-reaching as Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, I feel like they haven't quite hit the audience that Jersey Mike's has. Jersey Mike's, it looks like they do like a lot of great stuff for community causes and stuff, and they got Danny DeVito, and if you got Danny DeVito, you can't be that bad.
He is New Jersey personified.
But I will say, when it comes to Jersey Mike's, I know I feel like they're giving the rest of the country a Subway version of a Jersey sub.
Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, it's enough. I don't know. Yeah, I agree that if you come to New Jersey,
of the fast food sub sandwich shops, it is, I think, the best. But it's just that whole. You're gonna make a sandwich. Just make a sandwich. You can. I mean, you got to get. I don't know if everyone has sopressata. I don't know if you can get sopressata in the middle of southeastern Ohio. Or something. So maybe if Jersey Mike's the best you got, it's better than Subway.
Yeah. I just sprinkled some Italian seasonings on, just the thing you would get in your spice aisle. I'm gonna hold off on salt. I don't think this guy needs salt with the amount of cured meats it has.
I think I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna grind some pepper on here too, even though we've got pepper ham. Okay, so this is I think this is a lot of food. I've seen some insane TikToks where they're putting like a pound of each of these on there. But then I'm just gonna get my two biggest kitchen knives that I have, and I'm just gonna go to town. So this might be a bit loud, but I'm just. Oh, it's splashing olive oil everywhere.
We can't hear. At least I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't really hear it?
I don't know if I'm getting the Twitch audio or if I'm getting the program we're actually conferencing through audio. So
this is good. Like sometimes you see Chinese chefs with the two giant cleavers, and they kind of do this. Yeah, they kind of do this. And I'm gonna stack and I'm gonna fold. I'm gonna fold and chop.
Just fold it in.
This is great. This is good content. This is exciting. I'm sure everybody's loving this.
Everyone's just signing on.
Yes, just am I on the front page of Twitter? I assume I'm on the front page.
8 o'clock on a Wednesday night watching Rudy slap his meat.
Just Sean Curry, comedian Sean Curry. All right, I forgot to mention Sandwich Enthusiast. Very funny blog to read as well as informative and good. Did you do much stand-up? I'm trying to remember. I definitely have seen you perform in improv lots because you've done plenty of improv. But I feel like I've seen you do stand-up before too. Did you pursue that much outside of just doing the college thing? Yeah.
For like, I don't know, 5 years or so, I definitely was in the worst of New York City's open mics.
Yeah. What was like the food situation? Did you eat before shows, or were you too nervous? Or when I would do theater, I would never eat. the day of, basically, because I would just be too
guess
nervous.
I
Whoa.
would. I never really thought about eating before or after. A lot of those open mics, they require you to have like a
drinks, right?
drink minimum or
Yeah.
to eat something. So I would, if that was the open mic I was going to, I would eat something there because I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is the ideal food? Is it something like snack bar, something light, something like a power bar or a Cliff
At
bar?
a
What do you
comedy
think?
club,
Yeah.
the
What would you
ideal
say?
thing to eat at a comedy club is nothing. Their kitchens are not known for their
Yeah.
food.
So yeah, $17 buffalo wings. That's the thing you
Yeah.
want.
So
Yeah,
I
and you get
guess if I
4 of
had to
them.
get something, honestly, it would be like French fries or
Yeah.
chicken
Just
chicken
something
strips or something.
something deep fried and safe, probably. Yeah. I don't. You can't really see it. It's kind of really coming together in terms of choppedness.
I mean, it looks chopped to me.
It's just like a big mess. I don't know how else to put it. The pepperoncini is the one thing that's not really breaking up. I'm kind of getting in here. Yeah, just a big mess of meat, and I mean, like, it's not very aesthetically pleasing, I would say. I don't know. How does it look on? Yeah, I could be zoomed in a bit more, but it's not super
It looks
delicious
chopped.
looking. It looks chopped, all right? Ideal. It smells really nice. Yeah, Delaware, it doesn't look delicious, but I'm getting a lot of, like, nice, nice, Italian smells, Italian food smells. Let's see if we can zoom in a little. That's my hand. Okay, that's not what we want to zoom in on.
Are you putting that on a sandwich?
Hand sandwich? That doesn't sound delicious.
And sandwich.
There it is. How's it look?
You know, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
It looks like a pile of food,
it looks like a
But-
pile of food.
but it
yes.
doesn't have to look good to taste good.
That's true. Very true. This looks awful. This is TikTok, people. This is what you want.
Go ahead, mush that pile of food around a little bit.
This
more
is
for
what the kids are
viewers,
into these
Rudy.
days. This. Are you happy?
Okay, look, from my professional sandwich expert opinion,
Please.
I will say, yeah, I don't know. Uncle Iro _1 said looks pre-chewed.
Looks pre-chewed, yes.
Look,
That's
yeah,
what
it looks
that's what
pre-chewed.
that's what Gen Z wants, is just to be baby birded their food, I think.
Yeah, they got participation trophies and they don't
Exactly.
want to chew anymore. No one wants to
Exactly.
chew anymore, Rudy.
I'm past it. I'm on a post-chew world, personally.
But in my professional sandwich expert opinion,
Yes.
although it looks like you have chopped up a cutting board full of food, which is exactly what you've done,
It is.
it does look like that is going to be absolutely mouth-wateringly delicious.
Okay.
That looks like it's going to be crazy good. Oily food never looks good.
It's
unless
true.
It's been fried.
That shiny,
But it
like,
tastes amazing.
yeah. Okay, let me
I'm
zoom
doing
back
this
out.
and I'm not even, you can't see it. I'm doing this on my off-camera hand. And I'm not
You're
even
doing the
eating.
Italian, yeah.
I'm not even
you can't help.
Italian.
You can't help yourself.
It just it looks fantastic.
Tony Soprano would be proud. He wouldn't be whacking one of us if we gave him a
Absolutely not.
sandwich like this, unless we betrayed him.
Uncle J Dog says it looks better when you zoom out.
Yeah.
I'm loving the support from
family members. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great.
Uncle
We're
J
so
Dog, keep doing
as
it.
New Jerseyans, you don't like. We have such incredible bread. I just got this at my local grocery store. This beautiful seeded Italian roll. This was $1. This was $1.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
crazy. We're spoiled, Sean. I was thinking about the other day, like
we are.
it wasn't like which do you want prosciutto? It was which prosciutto do you want? Like we are very, very
Yeah, it
lucky.
wasn't which meat do you want, prosciutto or salami. It was which
Yes.
prosciutto do you want.
Yeah, which
On
of
the
the
topic of bread, I've got a shout out.
Ooh, please.
The local bakery we had growing up was Rockland Bakery. It was in New York State, but again, I'm like the last exit north of the Parkway, so it was right over the town line from me. It was this huge industrial bakery. It was fantastic, and the bread was and continues to be amazing. But what I wanted to bring it up on this show was because at Eichhoff Hall they used the same bakery bread.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, so like when I got to college and I was like in my college like eatery or whatever, buffet, and I saw behind the counter Rockland Bakery, same exact logo, same bags of bread. They would deliver it fresh every morning. So you don't want to talk about us being spoiled in New Jersey with food.
Yeah.
We had Rockland Bakery bread down in Ewing, New Jersey, and that was it's the best bread on the planet.
There's a place in North Jersey called Calandras.
Mm,
That also does
can't
really
say I know
good
it.
bread. Yeah. When I used to work in a town called Fairfield, New Jersey, also shouted out on The Sopranos. They talk about the Fairfield garbage contracts. Um I used to go there and just grab. It was next to like a gourmet cheese shop. So if I was feeling
Mm,
particularly depressed and not interested in cooking, I would buy a pound of cheese and a baguette, and that would be my dinner basically. I would
sounds like a
just
fantastic dinner.
go home and eat cheese and bread and be so happy.
Rudy girl
Um,
dinner.
exactly, pretty girl dinner. I'm gonna use a what are you called? Bench scraper here to just
Smusher.
bench scrape this right in here. This is
Oh
absurd.
God. Oh my God. This looks so good.
It does? Okay. I mean,
Look,
it
it
helps.
it visually does
Yeah.
not look appealing, but I know that's going to taste unbelievable. Just a big mash of flavors. That's what your tea, like you said, this is a pre-chewed sandwich.
I mean, it does look pretty
Pack it
good.
in.
Like, yeah, I'm piling it
Oh my
high.
God,
I
that's
mean,
gonna
it's
be
not really
so good.
closing.
Did I see pepperoncinis in there too?
Oh yeah, I got them from the Olive Bar, so they're
Oh,
the fancy,
baby.
fancy, like pre-marinated. This is
I love
a
pepperoncinis.
this is a mess, but it is a delicious looking mess. I am tucking and squishing here.
Delaware 235. Jewel would be lucky to eat this.
That's our dog. So, the whole family's involved. Okay, yeah. Giant Italian sub. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna go wide shot. I'm gonna bring it up to the HD, the new HD camera, just so you can see it. I don't know. I think I'm doing a good job here, but how's this
You
look?
are doing a great job.
How's this look?
Oh,
Tell me if
God.
you. I need to move.
God. No, this is good. This is like a nice slow. Give me a slow pan, just like a slow.
Oh, like coming. It's coming in from off camera. Here it
Bring it
comes.
up like 6 inches. Oh my God. Okay, a little less, a little lower. Make it, yeah,
I can't
perfect.
see the monitor, so
You're
ooh,
doing
it's
great. You're
dancing.
doing great.
Okay, yeah. There we go. The
For
Italian.
3 easy payments of $3.99, this pile of food on a baguette can be yours.
This can be yours. It doesn't look as bad close up. Okay, I'll take that. How do I slice this? I think thirds, maybe? 3? This is maybe like a
Yeah,
10-inch roll, maybe a foot. So I'm gonna do 3. I'm gonna take a bite of the middle piece here. Oh yeah, look at that cross
understood.
section.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mmm.
Just stuff. Just absolutely
Just yeah,
positively
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. All right, going in.
Do it.
Oh,
How is it?
it's good. It's
Good?
really, really good. It's really, really good.
I knew it would be. It doesn't have to look good.
Mm,
And people
okay.
were saying in the chat, and to echo them, it did look better close up.
It doesn't look as bad close up. Yeah, maybe
No, it looks
that's.
better, honestly,
Yeah,
close up.
yeah. I think I agree. Alex, do you want to come
Yeah.
down and eat the sandwiches? I have so many sandwiches right now, Sean, that I'm staring at. I've got a plate of sandwiches.
That was my issue when I was really actively doing the sandwich enthusiast, is like I would make these sandwiches to be delicious, but like I'd be blowing my our grocery budget on
Yeah,
props for Instagram posts.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, cold cuts, and especially boar's head, it adds up fast. This is a special occasion. I wish you could be here to eat these sandwiches with me.
I would love to do
but
that. Oh my god.
at least we can see each other from afar,
Yeah.
and that's a delight. Yeah. Wow. And then I've got all this extra like meat here too. Oh, the taster's here. Oh, you're gonna come on camera?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, our uncle
Come
wants
on
us to.
camera.
Oh, Sean's
Come
cheering.
on
Come on
camera.
camera.
Come on camera.
Oh, I saw
Step
it.
over.
What is the chicken one again?
Come over. There he is. Oh, we're related. Can you tell?
Oh my god.
I'm here to eat sandwiches.
He's here to eat the sandwiches.
Delaware 235. Did you raise both of these handsome men?
Oh my, Sean, you dog, you charmer, you. So that's the chopped. What do you
Yeah.
think? How do you think it looks up close?
It looks a lot better. Yeah.
Can
In
you
person.
hear Alex well?
Yeah.
From my mic.
Yeah, here great.
It looked real bad. When I was chopping it off.
It looked real bad.
It was
Okay.
real bad when
It
you
looked
chopped
real
it
bad
off,
when I
yeah.
was chopping it
Plus,
off.
your technique didn't really do it favors.
Disagree. All right, take a bite of that. The Italian sandwich. You come back in frame.
Oh.
Everybody wants to see you bite. Double bite. He went back for the second bite.
Yeah,
Nodding.
That's really good.
It's really good.
It's so much better when you get like a stacked sandwich and like you can't get everything at once.
Yes.
That kind of
That fixes that problem.
does.
Trying the
Yeah.
egg, and I mean, it's been like 15 minutes, so that one's a little. Thumbs up on the tail. You can take a moment before jumping into the next sandwich. He's very hungry. Sean, I'm going to ask you about your
Lunch
book.
and breakfast sandwiches.
Oh,
both mixed
he just
together.
took the giant tray of sandwiches and like slowly disappeared. Now try the other one. Oh, so the egg sandwich? Try them all. Try them all. That's my prosciutto, mozzarella, pesto, tomato. Ooh, nice crunch. Sourdough.
Ooh, I heard that crunch.
You did? Yeah, that's just from
Yeah.
Aldi. Sourdough from Aldi is A+. Like big recommend on that. Like $2.99, a really nice big fat loaf, pre-sliced. Oh, he's going back for another bite for that one.
This is the best one.
This is the best one, he says so far. Wow, fancy man needs the prosciutto. And then last sandwich, that chicken sandwich thing, which I don't know how you're gonna feel about that one. Ooh, man, you are hungry, I guess. You're taking giant bites. He's nodding. He's nodding, everybody. All right, Sean, sorry. I'm talking to Alex.
All right.
You're not even the guest. Go away.
I'll just take the sandwiches and leave.
He just took a giant. All right, yeah, I guess that's fine. I'm not going to really eat them, so. So, Sean, you have a book out, speaking of sandwiches. You have written a
do.
book. You have written and published a book on sandwiches, and a specific kind of sandwich at that. Tell us about your
Yeah.
book.
I wrote the Essential Panini Press Cookbook.
Mm.
It is available on Amazon right now. If you'd like to go buy it,
Yeah.
dropping a link in the chat.
Yeah, I was about to go grab it, but if you have it, please. Whoa, that is quite the link.
Oh, that's an awful link. Sorry.
No, it'll get the job done. That's all that matters. Do you have a copy around you? Can you show us the cover of the book?
I do actually. Give me a sec.
Yeah. Yeah. I have so many sandwiches now. This is crazy, and I have a lot more bread. For some reason, I bought 3 giant sub rolls instead of 1. I was getting a little washed out, but yeah. Put it directly in front of you. Yeah, Panini Press Cookbook, the essential.
The Essential
Mhm.
Panini Press Cookbook. Is that better?
Yeah, that's perfect.
100 creative and classic recipes by Sean Curry.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 100 creative and classic recipes about for paninis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely feel
It's,
like a panini press is one of those things that people often give as like a Christmas gift. And the person who gets it is usually like, yes, I'm excited, panini press. But then they're kind of like, well, what do I do with it? You know what I mean?
Here's
like,
what no one will tell you.
Tell me.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Please.
This is from the Panini. This is Panini Industry
Please,
Insider Knowledge.
Sean, please.
You can make any sandwich a panini.
Outrageous.
You can make absolutely any sandwich a panini. You can even make those Italian chopped sandwiches a panini if you.
I don't
wanted
believe you.
It does usually help to have like sliced bread that
Yes.
doesn't have like
Seeds.
the cover.
Yeah. Seed. Yeah. Like
You know?
that. Yeah. I know what
It's
you're
like if
talking
you
about.
have like 2 flat slices of bread and that's
Yes.
your that usually helps. But even bread like that, like a hoagie roll or a sub roll like that,
Mhm.
works great on pizza.
Yeah.
You can do it with anything.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I wrote this. I published it April 2020.
Oh yeah, that's when that's when
Um,
everybody was staying inside,
it's true.
not getting
Um,
sandwiches.
and yeah, I love paninis. Personally, I like to put a little pesto on the outside of my panini.
On the
Like get
outside
that
of your
little
panini.
yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
put on the outside of the panini and you let it kind of crisp up on the
Mhm.
panini press itself, and
I like it.
it's fantastic.
What do you think on grilled cheese, mayonnaise or butter?
Butter.
So I'm team
I have done
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise on a grilled cheese, but
I'm a
the
mayonnaise guy.
butter, it's got to be butter.
What a great question in chat from Uncle J Dog. What panini press is a good? What do you recommend in terms of buying a panini press? Do you have a brand
That's
preference or?
a great question. I don't have a brand preference
Mhm.
necessarily. The My wife got me one last Christmas, maybe 2 Christmases ago, I think, and it is like a KitchenAid or something like that.
Oh
It's a more
wow. Okay.
recognizable brand name.
Yeah.
But the one I had before that wasn't a brand name one or anything like that. But it was also just excellent.
Yeah.
You don't even need a panini press to make a panini. You can do it
Oh.
with like just a fire and a couple of rocks. Like
Couple of rocks.
that's all you need. Yeah. I've
Man
never done
invented
that, but I know
fire,
you
and
can.
shortly after he invented the wheel, and then it was panini. I think that's the progression of man's greatest inventions,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the
Uh,
early man was named Sergio, and he was in Italy, and he made the wheel and the fire, and then he made a panini
and then he
press.
made the panini press. Slot Action
Yeah.
asks, "Is grilled cheese a panini?"
If you make it on a panini press,
You
sure.
can, yeah. I don't. Usually, it's kind of like an open face thing you make in a pan, but it sounds really easy to make. It sounds like one of those things that is easier to make in a panini. Certainly, a grilled
I will
cheese.
say, ever since I got this better panini press that my wife got me a couple Christmases ago, I make all my grilled cheeses in the panini press, and that wasn't even a conscious decision. I just, you know, first time I made a grilled cheese after getting that press, I was like, oh, obviously I'm going to put it in there.
Yeah, makes sense. Eric once again bringing up the cube rule of food, which we briefly talked about earlier. That uh, everything in a cube can be a sandwich or something. I don't quite remember how it works, but the panini press wasn't the clone there. It's literally cuberule.com. Okay, you're familiar already.
I just Googled it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what are your thoughts on that again? Like, fine. Sean goes even
Yeah.
further, right? Yeah.
My thing is,
That's a good baseline as far as you're concerned, right?
yeah, it's another good useful way to think about it.
Mhm.
Do they do images in chat? No, they don't.
No, you can't post images
On
into chat. For the
cuberule.com,
best,
it's in there.
you'll see some pictures.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So, is the Panini Press book in Kindle, or can you get it on multiple platforms, or is it just
It's on Amazon.
hardcover?
Yeah,
It's on Amazon, and from there.
it is on Kindle, but
Okay, cool.
yeah, it's yeah.
What do you think of Kindle cookbooks? I like it.
Never tried
Yeah,
any kind of ebook cookbook,
ebook cookbook. Yeah,
Kindle cookbook or
I think
anything.
it'd
Yeah,
work. Yeah.
I do have like a Trello board where I save recipes.
Oh,
So
you
like I
on
do
Trello? Wow,
digital. Yeah,
that's
I
very
do
tech.
Trello for
Yeah. Oh,
everything.
really? That's
Yeah, I
cool.
use it to organize work and stuff, and I
Oh my
figured might as
goodness,
well
you're
make a new board for
very tech
recipes.
guy. Oh, is Alex? Alex is back. Do you? Oh no, he left. Never mind. All right, Sean. I think that's we've made a lot. We've talked a lot. It's been a wonderful conversation.
Yeah, thank you
Do
for
you
having
have
me.
anything? Yeah. Do you have anything else to plug besides your book? Again, link in chat. Please go grab a
Link
copy.
in the chat. Check out my book. Oh, there was one last question you wanted to ask me.
Was it the hot dog sandwich?
It was,
Yeah,
yes.
and you touched briefly on that earlier, but you have a very hot take, I assume. Then when is a hot
Well,
dog
it's
a
just
sandwich?
it is a sandwich.
Okay.
Um, uh, Someone asked for my website. I was just sending it. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I think is it thesandwichenthusiast.com?
It is. A hot dog is absolutely a sandwich. The reason I think a hot dog is a sandwich is because I think that we all agree that a sub or a hoagie is a sandwich, which is just, even though it's not two pieces of bread, it's one piece of bread wrapped around, which still makes it a sandwich. And all you need to do to make a hot dog out of that is replace the filling with a hot dog and then just rotate the sandwich like that.
Yeah.
So if that's all it takes, rotating the sandwich to be like this to make it not a
Mhm.
sandwich, then
Mhm.
I refuse to accept your definition of a sandwich.
I refuse. Yeah, it's hard to be like a sub is a sandwich, but a hot dog is not. When a hot dog roll is basically a sub roll, but maybe a little
Exactly.
squishier. It's basically the same thing.
A
So
hot
there we
dog
go.
is a sandwich, and it is also a taco slot action. A hot dog is a taco. Well,
Hot
you know
dog
what?
is a
Actually,
taco.
I will back my white ass up on that one. Hold
Okay.
on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Sure.
A hot dog is not a taco.
Okay.
It
Okay.
does fit the same structural definition as a taco, but it is not a taco.
Okay. That seems fair.
But they are both sandwiches, and they
They're
both
both
occupy the same
sandwiches.
point on the sandwich spectrum.
I would say, yeah, I would definitely say taco is a sandwich. Yeah, I would agree with that.
A taco,
Cool.
so a taco is a sandwich, and a sandwich is a sandwich. The way that a square is a parallelogram, and a parallelogram is a parallelogram.
Okay.
Does
This
that
is
make
some
sense?
high level sandwich philosophy.
I spent,
Yeah, it makes
I
sense.
started, yeah,
It
I
makes
spent a
sense.
long time arguing with people on the internet about this.
Oh, good. That always works out, right?
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah. So your is your Instagram a public thing or a private thing? I don't know.
the sandwich enthusiast. Yes, it is. Find me on
So okay,
Instagram as the sandwich
the
enthusiast.
sandwich
Find me
enthusiast.
on thesandwichenthusiast.com. All my links are
Yes.
on thesandwichenthusiast.com, and that link is also in the chat.
If you Google sandwich enthusiast, you're finding Sean Curry's work.
Also found out today, researching the stuff you sent over earlier, when you Google Lord Tulsi mustards, I'm the first.
Yeah,
I'm the
I
first
think
result.
so. Yeah, I mean, you made them some sales over the past few years, Sean, just from me
I
alone.
hope
So,
so. I
yeah,
hope so.
it's good stuff. If you can find some of that mustard, it was the mustard in particular, Lord Tulsi. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, again, I know you're a mustard guy, but this one stood out because it had really great, unique flavor, and it was hot.
Yeah.
Like it did not skimp on
Mm-hmm.
the heat. You don't really get you get a horseradish mustard, and you'd be like, ooh, my nose. It'll go up into your
Yeah.
sinuses. But this was spicy mustard, and it was
This
good.
went and grabbed your uvula at the back of your mouth, the little dangly
Yes.
thing, and it
Yes.
boxed it.
It was
Yeah.
heat throughout the entire mouth. And it wasn't just heat. It was really, really tasty too. So yeah. Lord
Exactly.
Tulsi. I forget. It might have been called. They had like silly names for all. Like Dragon's Breath was one of the names of the hot sauce, which
Dragon
is
juice.
Dragon Juice, which is a really cool name
Yeah.
for a hot sauce. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you, Sean. I'll be
Yeah,
back
man.
next week with my friend TK. We're going to be making mac and cheese, and I'm going to gussy it up a little, just a little preview for what I plan on doing next week.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
little crab mac and cheese maybe, and I think I'm going to make a leftover mac and cheese grilled cheese with brisket on it as well. Yeah. So tune into that. I'm really excited, and TK is the best, so I'm excited to chat with them and go over this stuff. Sean, thank you again so much, buddy. It's so great to catch up with you and talk sandwiches and just hang out.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on the show, Rudy. This is great.
Yeah. All right.
Delaware
Thanks everybody.
235. You raised two fine men and
Oh.
one man who's very specifically good at hosting cooking shows.
Oh wow, you're too kind, Sean. You're too generous. If you have been watching and have not followed me, hey, how about throwing me a follow? If not, hey, just thanks for hanging out. And I think that's gonna do it for today. So, thank you, Sean. Thank you, chat. Thank you, sandwich gods. I'll see you next week. Bye.
So long, everybody.